Well, welcome to AGORACOM, the small cap epicenter at AGORACOM TV, a daily, fast-paced, edgy show bringing the best press releases out of the small cap space every morning at the open so you can hopefully profit from them. Maybe find your next rate small cap investments Monday, March the 26th. Today's show is being brought to you by Golden Hope Mines, GNH, on the TSX Venture Exchange. Have a close look at them. Assume I'm horribly conflicted as always, but they're a great sponsor and they got great numbers behind them. They're definitely worth a look. GNH on the TSX Venture Exchange. I've got 6 stories for you today, largely driven, and I love this, by financial results coming out, so I'm going to get straight to them. First up, Saratoga Resources in the U.S., AMEX, SARA, they put up their fourth quarter and their full 2011 numbers, in which they announced they've increased their reserves and new production milestone. Now, in all these numbers, I'm going to just put up the annual numbers for obvious reasons, though I will make some references to the quarterly. Net income, $21 million, I'm doing some rounding here, or 93 cents per share for 2011. That compares to a net loss of $19.4 million. That's a massive turnaround. So even though 93 cents a share at its current trading range, about $7, brings about 7 times earnings, I think that's relatively cheap. You also got the fact that they're accelerating top line very, very quickly. Cash flow, $30.5 million. I'd like to see that, or $1.36 per share in cash flow. Very healthy. I also found this. Their net income for the fourth quarter came in $11.5 million, or 43 cents per share. So just under half their net income came from the fourth quarter. That may be a seasonality thing. I doubt it. It may show that things are actually accelerating there, and if they can repeat that performance, you're talking about a company that can do $1.70 or almost double what they did this year. Go do your due diligence. They also have about $16 million cash on hand. They closed on Friday, $695, $781 is the high, $406 is the low. A little more expensive than most companies we cover, but I like these numbers. I'm going to take a serious look at them. Next up, LiqTech International, OTCQX, LIQT, put out their 2011 numbers. Sales, $21.19 million. That compares to $15.7 million. That's up 35%. I like that. Net income, $917,000 compared to a net loss of just $6,600, but that is a turnaround of about $925,000. I like to see that. Also, in the quarter, in the fourth quarter, net income came in at about $540,000. That's significant because, again, that makes up more than half of the income they report for the year. Is that seasonality, or are they just really accelerating? Definitely worth you taking a look at and doing some due diligence. They're a clean technology company that for more than a decade have developed and provided what they call state-of-the-art technologies for gas and liquid purification using ceramic, silicon, carbide filters. Close on Friday, $338, $495 on the high, $311 on the low. Kind of tight trading range, which isn't a bad thing. $70 million market cap or so. Take a look at it. I like the numbers. Atna Resources, Big Port, TSX, ATN, OTCBB, ATN, AF, put up their 2011 numbers. Here they are. Net income, $15.1 million, or 14 cents per share. Cash and cash equivalents were $10 million. But I like that 14 cents per share number for the year. Their Briggs mine sold 32,370 ounces of gold. That's a 29% increase over the last year, and that generated about $51.7 million in gross revenue, which is a 69%. So not only did they increase total production from an ounces point of view, but we also know the price of gold moved greatly over the last year, so they double benefited there. Good job. In the fourth quarter, they generated net income of $11.6 million. Again, I'm bringing that up because for the year they report $15 million, but in the fourth quarter they report 11.6, or 10 cents per share. So again, if they can duplicate that, you're talking about a company that can bring about 40 cents per share in earnings, and they close on Friday at $1.22. Now, something that is a little that you got to take a look at, and it's beyond my tech expertise here first thing in the morning, is that they did reverse about $9.5 million, or 8 cents per share, that of an allowance against its deferred tax assets. What that's mainly, let's get straight to the layman's term, mainly related to, looks like, past net operating losses that they're carrying forward, and that's giving some additional tax advantage, and 8 cents per share of that came from that. You got to find out how long it's going to continue that, because that could be considered a one-time item as well. But you got to take a look at these numbers. I really like them. Stonegate Agricom, got to like that. Add an O in there, and we got AGORACOM. TSX ST is their stock symbol. They announced a positive pre-feasibility results. This is for the Paris Hills Phosphate Project. Looks like a pre-tax net present value of $242 million. Here's some of the highlights of the pre-feasibility study. Production of about 10 million tons of direct ship concentrate quality phosphate rock. Total financing requirements looks like it's going to be about $134 million. Cash operating costs look like they can come in about $73 per ton, but they're also assuming an average product price of $160 per ton. That's a very healthy profit margin. They're looking at a 14-year mine life. However, as expected, that could be increased as assay results of ongoing and future drilling on the property hopefully add to their reserves. Close on Friday, 63 cents, $1.76 on the high, 60 on the low. So you're getting them near, from a technical point of view, near the 52-week low. I like that number. Definitely worth looking into, because this report could move the stock. Market cap $90 million. Energizer Resources, great team over there, great bunch of guys. TSX EGZ for our friends in the US, ENZR, and Frankfurt YE5. They're confirming jumbo flake graphite with 90% plus purity. In addition, DRA Mineral Projects has made an initial equity investment in the company. All this is related to their Green Giant project in Madagascar that I'll tell you about in a second. As a result of this preliminary evaluation, saying that simple mechanical crushing with no flotation yielded sizes of 50 plus mesh. Tom Burkett, who's a vice president of graphite materials at SGL Carbon Group, which is the world's largest carbon company, says this is regarded by the industry as jumbo flake. Both ores have produced graphite concentrates at purities of 90+%. Now, the Green Giant hosts what, according to the company, this is the company words, one of the largest known vanadium deposits and potentially one of the largest known graphite deposits. And I'm assuming they mean the world, not necessarily Madagascar, but double check that. 26-cent close on Friday, 45 on the high, and 15 cents on the 52-week low. And finally, last but not least, Silogist Limited, TSX Venture, SYZ. This is a technology company, a provider of technology-based IP solutions. Here's a headline number. Go take the headline, the details. But I like this. They put up their Q1 numbers. They're calling substantial organic growth, which means they built it up internally. Revenues up 14%, nice number. Cash was up 43%. Profits up 70%. You gotta like that. We got Jim Wilson, Chairman, President, CEO of the company, who had a quote. Here's an excerpt. Growth accelerated in the first quarter of fiscal 2012 with our strong balance sheet and operating performance. The quarterly eligible dividend, you gotta like that, a dividend on the TSX Venture Exchange, paid on March 15th, was increased by 20% to 3 cents per common share. You gotta like it when a technology company, a small cap company, is paying out dividends. That's a wrap. As always, quality over quantity, but today I had 6 great products for you. We actually had 12 to choose from. Had to narrow it down to 6 of the best. I like these ones a lot. If you look for more great resources news, you watch this on Global Investor. Look below me or to the left of me to see the companies we've covered over the past few days. Otherwise, if you're not already there, get the front page of AGORACOM, watch the show, take a look at the best headlines on my right, and get into our marketplace to discover your next great small cap stock. That's a wrap. Have an amazing day. See you tomorrow.